Oh, hi, Divine Enterprises. This is Lisa coming to you from Ojai, California. And today I'm going to make you a midweek meal made easy with our stack cooker. This is our stack cooker, and it is amazing. Let me just tell you a little bit about it. It comes with our 3-quart base. 3-quart base. It comes with our 1 3/4 container that goes in the middle. It comes with a colander piece. It comes with our cover, or it's also a 1 1/4 container. It also comes with 2 seals and the cone edition that when you are baking something like a cake or possibly a meatloaf, you can put that into the center and it will help to provide the microwave to properly cook your item that's inside here, because it's able to penetrate through the sides, through the base, and then back through to the interior of your meatloaf or your cake. So today we have a stack cook meal in store for us. It's going to be Ratatouille in the top layer, and Italian chicken in the middle, and lemon herb couscous in the base. And I'm very excited to share this with you. I thought today I would videotape this so that Samantha could play the recording for you this evening, since we're having some issues with Zoom. And I see we're having some issues with my recording, so I'm crossing my fingers this is going to work for us. So I'm going to start with our couscous, because that goes into our base of our container. I'm going to angle the computer down. I am without assistance today, so I am the filmmaker and the chef du jour. So I'm going to take our 3/4 base container, and in there I'm going to add 1 cup of couscous. Now this is whole wheat semolina couscous. I bought it in bulk at the grocery store, and I'm just going to plop that in the bottom. This recipe also calls for 1 lemon zested and juiced, a cup of water, salt, pepper, your choice of fresh herbs, and a small onion that has been chopped. So I'm going to set my 3/4 base aside for just a moment, and I'm going to pull out our incredible Power Chef so that it can chop my onion for me. Now, I'm going to give you a little more details about this piece of equipment later when I talk about our kit, but our Power Chef does come with a blade protector, and you want to make sure that you're using your blade protector when you're not using the blade, so that it prevents it from getting damaged, but it also prevents you from getting cut, and really that's the more important thing, I think. You're going to place that inside your container, and you are going to put in a small onion into it. My onion was pretty big, so I cut it in half already. Oh my gosh, like these are pretty amazing. I'm super excited we have those. I'm super excited I earned them not long ago. So I'm putting my onion in my container. I am going to put my Power Chef together. Oh, come on. Yes. And I'm going to, it's not connected. Of course it's not connected. Why would it be connected? Stand by. Connect. There. Oh, and now everything's all better. So the more you pull, the finer the chop is. And I think on a couscous, to be honest, because it's a very fine grain, couscous is actually a pasta, it's not a rice. I like it to be a little bit finer chopped, but whatever you like is fine. So I'm going to take that, take my blade, and I'm going to set my blade aside so that we can go ahead and put the onion into our container. Tupperware has the best utensils, and I do love my spoon. I love my spatula, my saucy spatula, which is behind me, but this was closer. So I'm going to put my onion in my couscous. And I'm going to set these items aside for now. And this calls for 1 cup of water. So I'm going to put my cup of water in. Sorry if I step out of the view there. I'm going to put my 1 cup of water. Give this a little tiny stir, just so it incorporates everything. And I am going to get my zest and press. Okay, so this, you guys, I use this all the time. In Southern California down here, we have orange, lemon, limes, citrus, basically everywhere surrounding me. And this is a great tool. It comes with its actual zester, which could be zested into this divot in the top. So they're utilizing every little inch of space in our tool, which makes it even cooler because I think we're the only ones that have this. This is about 1/3 of a cup of zest if you were to fill it, or you could use the zest directly over the container. And then our zester, or I'm sorry, our citrus juicer, when you go to put your lemon in, you want to invert it. For right now, I want the zest, and I'm going to save some of it for a little bit later. So I'm actually going to zest on my Tupperware cutting board so that I can save some of this to brighten the flavors of my couscous at the very end, just to give it a little extra flavor. Because all the flavor really, to be honest, in our lemons or any of our citrus is actually in the rind, in the colored part, not in the white, because the white is the pith, and you don't want to zest that because that part is bitter. So little did you know, from me to you. And that's a good, you know, healthy teaspoonful of zest right there. And from here, I'm going to, because I've got my couscous ready to go, I'm going to cut my lemon now. Move this, get my fancy new knife, and it just sliced right through that. Now when you go to put this in, you're going to put your lemon in cut side down, not cut side up, because it will actually invert your peel. I'm going to scoot this over so you can actually see. And you're just going to give it a squeeze. Squeeze that in. And there's a few seeds in my lemon, so I'm going to make sure that those come out. And more squeeze. And it really does a great job on inverting that lemon peel, trying to get every last little drop of juice out for us. So we can remove this to the side. Okay, so also in here is going to go a little salt. I have some kosher salt here today. Kosher salt really is, in my opinion, the best one to cook with. So I'm going to put a little salt in. These are the little teaspoons that come with our containers, our Tupperware containers. So I'm not 100% sure on the measurement of it, but I'm doing a couple of those. You guys, I'm so bad. I love to cook, and I tend to not measure as often as I should. When I'm baking, I measure. When I cook, I'm just kind of, whatever, it'll work. So one of these in for that. So that was just ground black pepper and some kosher salt. And then I've got my onion in here, and then I'm also going to add some thyme. Let me grab my Tupperware measuring spoons, and I think I'm going to do about a teaspoon of thyme because thyme is just delicious. Now you can use fresh thyme, and that's totally fine. I just didn't have time to go out in my garden, to be honest, and get any more off of my plant. I was in a bit of a rush. This video thing was a fantastic idea, and then it didn't seem to work last night. So this is video try 2. So I'm, again, crossing my fingers that this is all going well. So in here, as you can see, I've got the thyme, the couscous, the onion, the lemon juice, and my cup of water. And if you were to cook this on its own without making a stack cook meal, you're going to place this in the microwave and cook it on high for 8 to 10 minutes. But we are going to be stack cooking it So it's going to be in the microwave with the other 2 layers for 20 to 25 minutes. So we've got this in, and now this piece is done, you guys. Done. So I'm going to set that aside. Now we're going to move on to the second layer. So I'm going to take my second casserole. I am going to save that knife because now I'm going to cut some chicken. You guys, look at these knives. Oh. So these knives, let me just tell you something. These knives are amazing. They come with, and I forgot to pull it out of my drawer. Each one of them comes with a blade protector. So the blade could fit right into this sheath. So if you don't want to store your knives in the block, you could just keep the blade protector on and put them in your kitchen drawer. So you're not having to damage the knife, or you could put it in this stylish block right here with all of your knives. And I am going to use this lovely knife to cut my chicken. Now, because it's chicken, I'm going to swap cutting boards for just a moment. Set this one aside. And I'm going to cut my chicken on my flexible poultry kitchen board. I wish Tupperware had these some more. The pink one that we just had for hosts, amazing. But mine was dirty, so I'm using my older one. So this is chicken thighs. You can use chicken breasts if you would like. You can use chicken thighs. My family prefers chicken thighs. So I opted to get these at the store. And you just want to slice it up into about 1-inch cubes or strips. Really, this is a very forgiving recipe. So you're going to just cut this up. This is about a pound of chicken. And if you'll notice, this is just slicing right through this chicken. It is just, the ease of this knife is fantastic. So if you don't already own these knives, or you have a host that's working towards them, oh my gosh, encourage them to get these knives. They really make a huge difference in your ability to move quickly in the kitchen. And in case you didn't already know, the most dangerous knife in the kitchen is actually a dull knife. So to have a sharp knife, I know people get a little nervous, but these knives, because they are so precise and so just well thought out. They're completely balanced from tip to tank. They're a one solid piece. They've got this hammered detail here that helps your food remove itself from the blade. They've got a great weight to them. They feel nice in your hand. So really, they're just an excellent, excellent knife. So I'm going to continue just slicing up my chicken here really quick. And we're going to get this into our container. Oops. Last piece, I promise. And I washed and dried all of these chicken pieces before we started this video. I don't mind a little bit of the chicken fat on there, but if that bothers you, take the time to take it off. There really isn't that much on here, and I just think that because it's a thigh, it's giving you a little bit more flavor. So, okay, so we've got our container, and I am going to drop that in here. And set this aside. I'm going to rinse my hands off. Stand by with me. Okay, so I'm going to combine all of my ingredients for my Italian chicken. So it's my chicken that's been cubed. It is approximately a tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm just going to drizzle that over the top. I'm, again, not a big measurer. Tupperware, when it used to be in the business of selling, I know you guys can't really see me, but that's okay. You're looking at the food. When they were in the business of selling spices, we had the most amazing Italian herb spice. And fortunately, they have divulged all of the recipes for us. So this is the Italian herb spice, and I'm just going to sprinkle some of that over the top. If you want the exact measurement, it's a tablespoon. So there you go, a tablespoon. And these are our modular meat spice containers. I highly recommend them. I'm also going to include in here a teaspoon of garlic. And this is granulated garlic, no salt added to this. I like to keep my herbs without salt already mixed into them so that I can control the amount of salt that is going into our food. So that was just pure garlic, and again, a teaspoon, and then a teaspoon of paprika. And this helps give it a little bit of color as well as flavor. And a teaspoon of that. Salt and pepper to taste. Again, one of these little boys for the pepper. Oops. And my salt. And I'm going to give this a stir. So this is what it looks like, just all sitting in here in my second level of my stack cooker. And that's it, you guys. Again, if you were cooking this separately, this one would cook on high from 10 to 12 minutes, but it's going to be the second level of our stack cook meal. So I'm going to take the base and I'm going to drop the second level on. And now we're going to come to the top level. And the top level is where our vegetables are coming into play. And Ratatouille, gosh, you guys, if you've never had Ratatouille, it's delicious. And I'm going to move my chicken stuff out of my way, get my other cutting board back out. There we go. And Ratatouille is a mixture of vegetables. And today we have a variety of vegetables from my cousin's garden right here. We have some zucchini. This is called a patty pan. I think it's a member of the zucchini family. I'm not even sure, but it's delicious. This is a crookneck squash, also delicious. And these are the cutest little tiny baby eggplants. We're kind of at the end of our growing season on this eggplant bush that we have in our backyard. So they're just coming out a little bit smaller. And then I like a red bell pepper. It's not on my list. I know, Samantha, you're probably going, dang it. She didn't tell me get a red bell pepper, but I like red bell peppers. So there's that. And we're going to take these and we're going to clean them up and get them in here. So again, Tupperware has the best tools ever. This is a peeler. And I am just going to, oh, and an onion, guys. I'll get the onion out in just a second. We're going to just peel this guy down. These are, just because of the size of these, and I have eaten these often in the last week, I know how tender these skins are. So to be honest, I probably don't need to peel this, but the average eggplant, the skins could be tough. So I recommend peeling just for the purpose of not having a tough exterior, but I'm not going to be too concerned about it. And in this case, for time purposes, so you don't have to watch me peel a bunch of eggplant, I'm only going to peel one. And I'm going to get my big knife back and I am going to dice these. Now, in case you guys are not familiar with proper knife, you're going to hold on to your vegetable with your knuckles to the edge of the knife. And that is going to be where it guides you to cut the item. And that will prevent you from having to get your fingers chopped off, really. And I'm just gonna dice these into bite-sized pieces. Again, super, super forgiving recipe. And it's just a really easy one to do. So we've got one tiny eggplant. I might do an extra one. I'm gonna do this patty pan really quick because I really like it and I look forward to having it in my meal. And so let's see what else is going on, you guys. It's still hot in Ojai. We are getting ready for our fall season here. We have school going. My daughter has her major fundraiser happening. I've been a crazy person. I'm trying to date like crazy. I'm trying to recruit like crazy. You know, it's just that time of year where you just want to hunker down and get stuff done. And this is, you know, a great way to do that. Okay, so I've got my patty pan, my eggplant. I need to make room on my cutting board, so I'm putting those into my top layer. Hang on, there will be more. My zucchini, and I did pre-wash all of these, you guys, so you don't need to worry. And I like to cut it in half and then lay the half down so that it's not rolling all over my cutting board. And then I can cut through this pretty quick. And slow and steady. If you're not feeling comfortable with a big professional knife, then it's okay. Go slower. Take your time. You don't want to hurt yourself in the kitchen. But here we are to the last couple of bites. And I'm super excited about fall being here. I wish we had more seasonal change, but our weather is getting a little bit cooler, not by much, but just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to do my bell pepper. I think I'm just going to do half because this recipe didn't really call for it, and I don't want to exceed my capacity. And you guys aren't going to have this in your recipe tonight that Samantha's making for you. So I want to make sure that it's kind of similar. So let's see, what else? I'm excited to talk to you about the kit here in a moment. And I think while I am cooking all of this stuff, I will stop the recording and then have like part 2. We'll see how it goes so you guys can see it all finished. Okay, so I'm getting a little full. I am going to do one more eggplant because I love them so much, but I'm not going to peel it because these are just really, really tender. And in here. And what I like about this too is that this is really healthy. Samantha is probably one of my favorite friends that gives me hope that there is a healthier way of cooking with our StackCooker, since she's had such great success with healthy eating and great results with her personal weight goals with all of that. And I find that it is an opportunity to really keep the nutrition in our food, and to because you're not having to lose the vitamins, but then you are also getting all of these great flavors in, and pretty quick, because our StackCooker is, 25 to 30 minutes. And I'm just gonna I like red onion in this because I find that it's a little bit sweeter, but whatever onion you want is totally fine and completely up to you. And I'm just gonna split, sorry, I just realized I got you out of my picture. I'm gonna split these open a little bit so that they're not all in one giant piece. And I'm gonna lay them in here, and this is still not in my camera view. There we go. So I'm going to split them. And that was about 1/4 of an onion. And then the other thing that I'm going to add to this, because I'm Italian, I have to have garlic. So the recipe on the Ratatouille does call for garlic, salt. And again, because I try not to put an overuse of salt in my food, I prefer fresh. So I'm going to take out, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. This guy. Who doesn't love this guy? This is called the Speedy Mando. And I'll tell you, when I need to cut garlic, and there's several cubes of garlic in here, and I literally just drop them down in that little hopper. I put this thing on there, and I have to switch hands. And I just run the blade back and forth, and it literally, look at how paper thin these garlics are. And I'm just gonna lay those over the top. And it was like nothing. I mean, just nothing. Then the last ingredient in our ratatouille is a can of diced tomatoes. Now, if I had good juicy tomatoes left in my garden, we just had family dinner last night and I used them all in our meal last night. So I have a can of tomatoes here, but it gives us a great reason to talk about our amazing can opener. Our can opener, in case you don't know how to use it, it does not go this way. It lays flat on top. You're going to open the legs of the can opener. You're going to drop it flat on top and close the legs. You'll know it's on there when it sits, or when you can pick up the can and it does not move. You're going to twist all the way around. And you'll feel the tension of the can change. At that point, you're going to open the legs again, and there's a little beak on the can opener. You're going to put that at the edge and then close the legs, hold the base of the can, and pull up on the lid. It's that simple. It separates the edge of the can from the sides, and it leaves no sharp edges. It also leaves no gook that was on the can now in your food, and you can just feel good about dropping that into your recycling the way it is. So in here, it wants an 8-ounce can of tomatoes. This happens to be a 14.5-ounce can. So I'm going to grab a spoon really quick, and I'm going to just spoon out about half of this can and some of the liquid. Not a ton of it, but some of it. And I'm going to put that in here because my veggies are starting to get pretty full. Okay, so I don't know, I've got about half this can in here. And move this back over. And on here, I'm also going to add my Italian seasoning. I'm going to add some olive oil. Well, I already have fresh garlic, so I don't need this. And my olive oil. Just about, so it calls for a tablespoon, but I did put some of the liquid from the crushed, or the diced tomatoes from the can. So I feel like I don't want to oversaturate it. So that's it. I'm going to give this a quick little zhuzh so it can rest in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so good. I hope Samantha's is cooking away and you guys are getting super excited about eating it. And I am going to now place all 3 stacks, 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks in my microwave on high for 20 to 25 minutes. And when I come back, I will reveal all of these layers to you. So I'm going to put my little show on pause for just a moment so that I can take a couple of pictures. I can come back and say hi. I'm going to take a couple of pictures of this so I have some stills so that you guys can see what each level looks like, and we can post that on our Divine page. And when I come back, I'd really like to talk to you about our kit, la la la, and the amazing opportunity that we have here in Tupperware with all of us today. And probably by the time I'm done talking about that, this delicious thing will be ready to come out and you guys can see it live and in person. All right, guys, thanks, and see you at part 2. Talk to you soon. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to part 2. Talking to you a little bit about our amazing kit opportunity that we have here in Tupperware. I just wanted to share with you really quick why I joined Tupperware several years back. Oh gosh, going on almost 13 years now. I joined because I wanted modular mates, and I didn't want to pay full price. I wanted them selfishly for myself, and I wanted to just buy at a discount, and I wanted it to be done. A few years later, a girlfriend of mine melted her mom's favorite Tupperware bowl, happened to be the Fix and Mix, which, as most of you seasoned Tupperware ladies know, it is not available year-round. And because of that, she was in this big panic to try and buy the bowl. Well, at the time, I was on the process of trying to get out of town for a vacation, and so I quickly looked up how I could re-sign myself back up, and I met our friend Allison Waller, who was our local Tupperware representative for the area. She was in charge of Royal Coach sales at the time, and she and I chatted. I ended up re-signing myself back up because there were all these really cool things in the catalog that hadn't been there before, like cookware and knives. And so I thought, oh, I can sign myself back up. My friend can get her bowl. I can get a few things that I need, but don't ask me to do a party. I don't want to do a party. Well, to make a very long story short, Allie was super nice, kept inviting me to some things. No, not really in a pressure sense, but just because she really wanted to include me. And I finally ran out of excuses as to why I couldn't go. And I went and I met the most amazing women and men that were part of that organization at the time. And many of them, you guys, are still with all of us today. Pam and Wilson and Samantha Mendoza being two of those major key players. And of course, you all know Allie, and she's moved up, 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 up within the Tupperware world. So there are great things for longevity in this business. And it was just an opportunity for me to recognize that this really is a business about people. And it is not a business about these plastic bowls. Although these plastic bowls are pretty stinking amazing, that's an opportunity for us to share with others, to empower them, to help them cook, to help them do things that are easier, to help them save time, to help them save some money, and ultimately become more independent and have a better sense of lifestyle with their family and their friends because of what Tupperware has to offer. And I know that all sounds crazy from a Tupperware bowl, but really, honest to God, it is true. And I am here to say, years later, that there are great things in this business, the trips, the cars, the money, but really what I love most about this business are the friendships. And that's what I hold near and dear to my heart. And I love sharing what I know with my friends and new people that I meet. And I love the fact that I have some amazing connections with some incredible people that inspire me to be better and really just give me they fill my bucket every day. And Louise Moore is one of those people. Samantha Mendoza, of course, is one of those people. But I can go on and on. Let's get to this kit. Okay, so this is our amazing kit bag. So for $39 down, a total payment of $99 if you choose. But really, why? For $39 plus shipping and tax, you get this incredible kit bag, which all of these pieces here that you see fit inside. You get a business box of materials, which includes some catalogs, some sales brochures, some sales flyers, all of your training material that you need in print, and some really cool things like a date book to help keep you organized, and just some other stuff to kind of get you in the know about your new Tupperware business, your being an entrepreneur. So all of that information is in that box. Then what comes in this box is this incredible 3-piece impressions bowl tower that can be used for so many things. And really, you can do Tupperware parties from the get-go with what you find in this kit bag. You could do chips and a couple of different dips. You could do green salad, fruit, and some crackers. I mean, the ideas go on and on and on. They're beautiful bowls. They have a round indentation so that when you are setting them, when you put them on the table and you go, oh, where do I put that lid? You set it underneath. I mean, Tupperware has really thought of everything. So It's a great way to display your beautiful bowls, and in these beautiful colors that brighten up any table. I don't care what your color scheme is, there's something in here for everybody. Tupperware has the incredible breakfast maker where you can make an omelet, you can do a brownie in here. Talk to your Tupperware consultant. They can talk to you about how to make that. Minute and a half, you guys, eggs ready to go as you're walking out the door. And my daughter, who's 8, I feel completely comfortable, if she liked eggs, for her to use this and be able to make breakfast. She likes to make breakfast for me. She won't eat the eggs, but there you have it. You get a quick shake, which is a great salad dressing, gravy. You could, if you're a camper, you could put a dozen large eggs in here and pour them out one at a time without having the beater attachment inside. It has measurements on there for you. When you open the top and pour, the top stays up. I mean, again, Tupperware has thought of everything. You get one of my favorite things. You get a piece of Fridge Smart. This is for all your fruits and vegetables. It has high, medium, and low breathing valve right here. It has the inscribed pictures on the front that tell you which one is the high, medium, or low breather. It has a raised base, and this will extend the life of your fruits and vegetables 3 to 5 times. Did you know that the average family of 4 will spend about $1,200 a year on produce that they bought, intended to eat, and had to throw away because they don't have this container? You're going to need more than one of these because you don't want to just have you know, all of your fruits and vegetables coming home from the produce department and you can only put one thing away. So enjoy this one, and then you're going to end up with a bunch more. So Fridge Smart, great addition to our kit piece. You will get, again, the reason why I joined this business, modular mates. This happens to be a modular mate 2. These are Legos for ladies. It's super simple. You have a rectangular shape, there's a square shape, there's an oval shape, and then there's the, super oval shape, and then the oval shape. And there's the height of a 1, the height of a 2, the height of a 3, the height of a 4, and the height of a 5. And they just stack up on top of one another. This is an airtight seal, so there's nothing inside here that could live. So when you come home with your flowers from the grocery store that may have a couple bugs or 2 in them because they like the glue from the packaging, they will rise to the top of the container because they're trying to escape. You can just scoop them out and be done with it. But this is really going to save you about 30% of your space in your pantry. Great, great, great addition to your kitchen. Makes you look super cool. And I love, love, love these. And I love them in almost every room of my house. Since I have it in my hand, Tupperware has not only those amazing knives that you could get as a host right now, but they have this great universal series of knives in our catalog available for everyone. And you, in your kit, get your Chef Series knife. Again, comes with a sheath, so it can be put in your drawer. And it's a great feeling knife in your hands. This can go with you on a picnic, you guys, because it's not going to damage your picnic basket. And so it's a good addition. You get also with you, let me restack all this back up so I know what I've talked about. You get your measuring cups and your measuring spoons. Whoops, your measuring spoons. I used these earlier. And what's nice about our measuring cups and measuring spoons with Tupperware is we have unique measurements. This is the 2/3 cup measurement in our measuring cup. We also have 1/8 of a teaspoon in our teaspoon. So that's a great addition to any kitchen. And then you have your Power Chef. It comes with the chopping blade that you saw in use in our cooking demonstration. It comes with a whipping blade for your cakes, or if you're beating up eggs or pancake batter, anything of that nature, your pestos. This is a great way to do that. It comes with a measured funnel that has the ability to pour in your liquid material into your container at a slow or quicker pace. And it has a rubberized bottom so that it's not going to skip across your counter. And if you've made that salsa or that guac and you just don't want to put it into another container right away, it has its own seal. And it goes right on. All of these pieces are able to go in the dishwasher with the exception of your chopping blade should be hand washed, and your motor for your Power Chef should be popped apart and just rinsed off the top with a damp towel. Everything else can actually go in your dishwasher. So it's a great addition. Now, all of this that you see right here, that is a $652 value, because when you say yes this month, Tupperware is going to give you a stack cooker. You know, the one that we were cooking all that great, delicious food in that I am smelling right now? That is going to be made available to you for a small copay of $30. What an incredible addition to your kit. Now you can make cakes. Now you can do this stack cooking meal. In addition to that, when you qualify your account at the $1,000 level, you're going to get a ton of not one, not two, but 3 sets of Crystal Wave. And this is the new Crystal Wave. It is has a stain guard on the inside or within the plastic somehow. I don't know. It's magic, Tupperware, what they do. But it's a stain guard material on the inside, so you could put your tomato sauces, your chilies, any of that in here, and it won't stain your container. These are also the containers that I like to have a few extra on hand around the holiday time, so that as there are leftovers available, I am totally good with sending somebody home with one of these amazing containers so that they can go, I need more of those, and then they'll come back and see me for that. But you're going to get 3 sets of those when you qualify your account. You guys, that is $642.50 worth of Tupperware for the low price of $39 down plus shipping and tax. But wait, there's more. So when you sign up, you're in this great program called the Confident Start Program. And for 13 weeks, you have the ability to run, and earn all kinds of extra gifts. Okay, I printed this out. I didn't print out. I forgot to bring out for my sign. But you're going to get something. This is called Stack the Consultant. And if I had a consultant here, I would stack her up with all of these things. But the new consultant kit, this is a $350 value. The Confident Start Awards are approximately $1,750. The profit that you will receive by accomplishing all of your parties during that 13-week program is about just under $1,700. The Say Yes offer is a $114 value, that's Stack Cooker. And the extra Say Yes offer, all of these Crystal Wave pieces here, that's about $178. That is $4,079 worth of Tupperware for $104 out of your pocket. Let me just say that again. $4,079 worth of Tupperware for $104. It's mind-blowing. I mean, it is crazy what Tupperware is doing right now, really to give this business a try. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm sure many of you seasoned people have heard this before. Tupperware might not be a business for everyone, but it is a business for everyone to try. And you give your consultant that is bringing you into the business 30, 60, 90 days. You do your NCO training. You come to the rallies either in Reno and Sparks, or jump online and get connected via Zoom. Get online on your Tupperware website and do your Tupperware trainings, and connect with your org leader. Samantha Mendoza is amazing at helping to guide every one of us through this business. And if you do that, you are going to be so happy that you had this opportunity given to you. And think of all the Christmas gifts you can knock off your list. Think of all the hostess gifts, the thank you gifts for just coming over to somebody's house at the holiday time. Or, gosh, I was just in San Francisco last weekend and I brought my sister-in-law a bowl tower just because it's a nice way to say thank you for having somebody invite you into their home. Thank yous go a long way, and Tupperware really knows how to say thank you. Not only to you for your doing your job, to your host for all these extra things that they can do, to the consultant for all of these other opportunities that they can get. Thank you is a big deal in Tupperware. And I just want to say thank you for letting me share with you my little story and the opportunity to talk to you today about our incredible business kit offers. And in about 3 minutes, I'm going to be able to pull out that incredible meal and let you take a look at it as it's coming out of the microwave. So I'm going to put you on pause because I seem to have figured that out. And we're going to record again in just a moment. So part 3 coming up. Hi, everybody. Okay, welcome back. I just took it out of the microwave. Check it out. Stay cool handles. See that? And look at how delicious those vegetables look. I mean, they are fork tender. I'd bite into one right now, but I think I'd burn my mouth. So they are fork tender, and they are just delicious. They're all cooked. Everything is soft. The color is incredible. You don't lose any of the color. And so I've kept all the nutrients in my veggies. I'm going to take off the top layer, separating it away from my face because it is going to be hot. And here is our, and I'm going to take a spoon for this so that you can see. Here is our chicken. It looks amazing. And down here in the base, is our, and I'm going to sprinkle over the lemon zest. Remember, I reserved some lemon zest. Here is our lemon herb risotto. Or, I'm sorry, couscous, I should say. Couscous. And so I'm just going to plate some of this up so you guys can see how amazing it looks. So I've got some of our couscous, some of our chicken, and some of our ratatouille. Now, that's what's for dinner tonight from Ojai, California. Thank you guys for joining me via Zoom recording. And I can't wait to see you all at Fall Fest in Gilroy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And just thanks. Talk to you all soon. Bye. I hope I didn't forget anything.